Hello and welcome to another episode of Press A to Play Pokemon. This actually isn't just another episode, it's a very special episode. Today with me is Taylor Severg.
The Severg.
Oh my goodness! And we're still playing Pokemon. So a little backstory into why this is all happening to you people. Basically, we had a Pokemon episode for the podcast. We've recorded it and everything, but the audio files messed up, so it's useless, unfortunately.
Mike sabotaged us.
It was all Mike. Mike was like, "Oh, you guys talking about Nintendo games again? Fuck you!" And so he just broke my laptop. But yeah, to kind of make up for it, I figured we'd just have people on the Let's Play show.
To ruin the Let's Play.
Well, why? Yeah, I mean, like, obviously it was perfect with just me and my melodious voice.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's the plan, and we're sticking to it. So I thought we'd talk just memories of Pokemon and general babble about it.
Are you gonna even comment on like what you're doing in the Pokemon game though?
Every now and then. I mean, we're just
Hey,
going.
look, I healed my Pokemon. Fancy that.
Actually, I can't apparently because I don't have any potions, and one of my Pokemon is dead. We're going through the Cerulean Cave right now. Oh, I do have potions. What am I talking about? We're going through Mount Moon. Sorry, not Cerulean Cave.
You're
Not
only
that
at
far.
Mount Moon?
Yeah.
Wow, you go slowly.
Oh,
How
yeah.
long are these episodes usually?
I've been shooting for 15 minutes, but they've ended up half an hour long, and it's mostly I've really gained an appreciation for Let's Players because like it is surprisingly hard to talk and like concentrate on the game.
Oh, definitely. I found that while I'm doing my YouTube channel stuff.
Yeah. But anyways, off of that topic, we're playing Pokemon. So Taylor,
I'm not playing Pokemon.
what's your experience? Well, you're not. You're not even watching me play because my computer's shit. But just know that I'm currently fighting a Zubat with my Pikachu.
Did you catch it?
No, I should have caught a Zubat actually. Actually, I'll tell you my team right now. We got Raymond the Pikachu. We've
Raymond?
got Raymond. Everyone loves Raymond.
Raymond. Okay.
We have Bulbasaur named Garlic Jr.
Good enough.
Yeah. Then we have Brandemir, the Nidoran, male. Then we have Pressé, the Beedrill. Very proud.
That's okay.
Scott is dead. He's also a Jigglypuff.
Fitting.
Yes, I thought so too. And then we have a Magikarp named Left 4 Dead 2. Yeah. But anyways, moving on. Taylor, what is your experience with Pokemon?
I started playing Pokemon in Blue, and I've played in every generation so far. And I've been with Pokemon, but kind of in and out for its existence.
Yeah.
And I go through phases with Pokemon where I'm really into... I go through phases with everything. I think everyone goes through phases. But yeah, I just... There are some times where I'm like really into Pokemon, and sometimes where Pokemon exists in my life, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But
Yeah.
my earliest memories of Pokemon, I'm not letting you talk, Jacob. This is my episode now.
Okay, fine.
Is I can't remember much because of all the like alcohol and drugs and the fever dreams.
And also being 4.
I wasn't 4 when Pokemon came out, but okay. I was watching TV, specifically YTV, the youth television channel for Canada.
Which is amazing.
Not anymore. But they had a commercial for this Pokemon thing, and I was like, that seems weird. And I specifically remember from the commercial someone making... It was that scene of Ash catching Bulbasaur that was in the title, and like a guy was doing voiceover making fun of Pokemon, and I was like, that seems really weird and silly. But I assumed after that I actually did watch the series, and I assume I loved it. And then after that, I bought the video game.
So sorry, you saw a clip of it, thought that was dumb. Why would I ever watch
Saw a commercial for it.
Commercial.
I was like, that seems strange. I imagine I'd be like that.
You imagine. But not for sure.
Again, all
Oh,
alcohol.
yes. Okay, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And so, I know I came into the video game after watching the anime because I named my character Ash.
I did that too, actually. I feel like a lot of kids were influenced in that way.
Yeah, what else were you going to name him? Gary? No, that's stupid.
Why would you name yourself Gary? Or your actual name? That's even stupider.
I know, you make an internet handle and then name yourself that.
Mm-hmm. So Severg, what you moved on from liking the TV show to playing the games?
Yes. TV show still fantastic. When I say still, I mean the first season. That was okay. It kind of went downhill. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the video games. And I played blue, red, yellow, ruby, emerald, leaf green. I'm forgetting a bunch, like gold and silver.
Like two of the best ones, yeah. Don't worry.
I've played a lot of Pokemon games. I've caught a lot of Pokemon. And I really enjoy the franchise. Even to this day.
Yeah, I remember you picked up was it Y?
I picked up one of them. I think it was actually X, since my friend's like, you left this here. And it's like, oh, it's X. I got X. For some reason, I can't remember the differences between those two, except that there were two of them, and I have one of them.
Good job. I'm also getting my ass kicked by a Zubat right now.
That's why you need to catch one.
Mm.
Have a team, nothing of Zubats. If Team Rocket taught me anything, you could take over the world with a team of Zubats.
All right, I'm catching a Zubat. What should we name him? Assuming this beast doesn't break out of this Pokeball.
I'm not good at. I've never nicknamed Pokemon, so I'm not good at being put on the spot like that.
Cool. His name is now Severg.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm a Zubat.
You're
Get
a Zubat.
Supersonic, bitch. Do you usually swear in these episodes?
All the time, actually.
Oh, okay. I was a bit worried.
No, you can be as foul as you wish.
So, Jacob, what do you want your dream team, final team to be in this game?
In this game, I don't know. I'm just kind of... Because, I mean, I usually go with Squirtle if I'm playing through Gen 1. Mm-hmm. But this time I went with Bulbasaur just because I wanted to do something different. I can't find a G! Oh my god.
And you wanted to do it on easy mode.
Yeah, that was definitely the reason. Because I didn't want to try and grind for a Mankey. Even though I did try for a good couple episodes, and it just didn't work out, so... But yeah.
Oh, you're like on episode 5 and then Mount Moon?
Yeah.
You're making as much progress as I do in Donkey Kong Country. The meta references.
All the meta references. Go check out Views and Throughs, guys.
But yeah. So Jacob, who's your favorite Pokemon? I imagine you've already answered this in this show.
Yes, Squirtle is my favorite Pokemon.
Okay, you don't need to go into any more detail. They already know.
But if you're talking about like the team that I'm thinking of building here, okay, I'm probably just going to be like, I'm going to be playing through and just like, let's Kangaskhan, yeah, why not? Let's just put that on the team. I figure
anyone of all that shit.
I figure anyone who's like been named, like as part of the, from the group from the podcast, will probably stick. So Brandon and Scott are in. You just got in. You're not on the team yet, but you will be soon.
I'm a Zubat. Probably going to be a Golbat. I'm okay with that.
If I can hack the game, I'll evolve you into a Crobat.
I'll appreciate it.
So you were saying that you kind of floated in and out of the Pokemon series. Do you have like a favorite gen, or do you just kind of like whatever was the current one? You were like, oh yeah, this is the one I'm playing.
Well, what happens is like with any good game series is that it evolves over time, and each game adds and takes away stuff. And
hopefully
it's gotten to the point where I can't go back to past games because I'm so spoiled with the new stuff. So
Definitely.
What you're doing right now, I can't do that. This is painful for me.
Yeah, I have gone into some depth in these episodes about like the different changes from it and how, yeah, there's just some stuff in the old generations that is stupid and like not necessary at all.
But the generation where I was like, wow, this really feels good was Generation 5. I think Generation 5 turned out really well. I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much 6.
6 let me down just because if we're just gonna speak about the video game of 6th generation, is that there wasn't a end game outside of battling.
You're right. There wasn't very much story.
And it's not even like just story. Like the end game of Pokemon is usually battle or catch 'em all. And in the 6th generation, I felt like they didn't want you to catch them all and have fun with it. Because pretty much you could catch all the Pokemon, and then after you beat the Elite Four, there are Pokemon you're missing, you go to someone's backyard and have to have like 5 billion friends to find them all, and it's like, that's not interesting, nor is it fun.
You don't want to have 5 billion friends? You don't want to go on Reddit to catch like every Pokemon? And talk
If
to
movies
strangers?
have taught me anything, you can't get 5 billion friends without making enemies, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed.
That's
But,
a shame.
Yeah. And that kind of got me out of Pokemon, and I haven't come back since. And that's not too long ago, so
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you'll be back. It always finds a way to drag you back in. Were you tempted by the remakes that just came out? The Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire?
No, because Ruby and Sapphire, when they originally came out, was also a period of time where I kind of came out of Pokemon.
Mm.
So, I don't have a... I later went back and played, like, Emeralds because I needed to get Sudowoodo for my Leaf Green. But yeah.
Okay. So going back to 1st gen, which were some of your like favorite Pokemon? Like, what was your favorite starter to start off with?
My favorite starter was and is my favorite Pokemon of all time, and that is Squirtle the Turtle.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought his name was Squirtle the Turtle.
Why?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I just thought his name was Squirtle the Turtle.
The only
It
thing
made
that
so much sense.
The only thing that reminds me of is that I had a turtle. I owned a turtle for a while, and his name was Squirtle. Because I'm very creative.
Ash, Squirtle, nailed it.
But yeah, so after you got your precious starter, what other Pokemon did you pick up along the way?
Again, like all the alcohol and drugs, it's hard to remember specifics. But we did end up getting all 150.
Damn. Yeah, you and your sister
Probably
played that.
Through cheats and shit. But
More
still,
than likely, I assume.
We achieved it.
Marcin doesn't do anything fairly, so I can only assume.
I played Pokemon with my sister, who is Marcin. And so when I say we, I mean me and her. Back when, because we played blue version together.
Well, I mean, like you were so like intoxicated and out of it, really, that you were just kind of sitting in the corner while she played. But yeah, you can say together.
Nah, that's
nah, man.
No. But yeah. So Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
I know you probably already addressed this in a previous episode. I feel like we're going to say that a lot. But what is your favorite type?
My favorite type is water. I just like it because I like, well, like Squirtle's in it. There's lots of cool water types, Gyarados and Swampert. Swampert's an awesome Pokemon.
And you need it to live.
And I do enjoy drinking water quite constantly, actually.
I am mostly made of that.
Actually,
I like
yeah.
it.
I'm drinking some right now. But if we go from a competitive aspect, I just like it because it's very bulky. Like most water types are very bulky. It's a pretty good defensive type. And it has enough offensive capabilities. Like fire is fairly common, ground is incredibly common, which is like what it's pretty strong against. So yeah, I would say water. And there's lots of really cool dual type water Pokemon. What about you?
Yeah. Well, my favorite type wasn't in the first generation. My favorite type is Steel.
Steel, yeah.
I enjoy Steel Pokemon so much. But if you asked little me and what I would choose as my favorite type, I would have said back in the past Psychic from the Generation 1. Because Alakazam is just really cool. So Psychic types, yeah.
He is pretty badass. Yeah, I remember being scared of. Is it Katrina, the psychic type gym leader?
Um, Something like
Sabrina.
that.
It's Sabrina.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. For some reason, she terrified me. I think it was because of the anime, like ghosts and stuff, and she can read your mind and bend spoons with her mind. I don't know. It was terrifying to me. But
Yeah, no, you're weak.
and I am
You
mentally
weak-willed
like
fool.
she could force control me.
But
So
now, if you ask me nowadays, I'd say my favorite type that's not Steel would actually be Poison. I really enjoy a lot of poison Pokemon, even though Poison is actually kind of a really bad type.
yeah, I mean they kind of addressed that with them having an advantage over fairy types. But yeah, it is kind of sad that Poison has so many weaknesses and
Well, it's not that it just has so many weaknesses. It's just weak to Ground and Psychic, which are like the two most common types.
yeah.
Or at least back before Fairy.
I would say yeah.
I don't know the current meta with Fairy and stuff because I don't care.
I haven't really been into it recently. Like by recently, I mean like in the last 3 months. But yeah, I don't feel like it's changed that much. I know fighting's still pretty up there. But anyways, moving away from that. So do you have any favorite Gen 1 Pokemon now? If you can't remember from before.
Oh, I like a lot of them. Might be easier to name Pokemon I don't like.
That wasn't really a joke, but whatever.
Not a big fan of Fearow. Never liked Fearow.
What?
I don't know. It looks stupid.
Spearow and Fearow are actually like my favorite Pokemon.
Spearow looks like someone tried to like remove the feathers off a bird and then like fucked up and it dropped in a bottle of puke. That's Spearow.
Thank you.
And then Fearow is like the puke congealed on its feathers and it's just like, well, this is me now, and it flies away as feather ball of puke. That's Fearow.
Okay. Any other Pokemon you want to just puke all over?
Farfetch'd. He's ridiculous and doesn't exist.
Scott might have something to say about that.
I kept making that joke throughout the entire podcast. I hope someone gets it, because it's not that hard to get.
What, the one we recorded no one's ever going to see because they all fucked up?
Well, I still made the same joke.
I guess.
No, I did. It's factual. Same joke.
So, besides Squirtle and not Farfetch'd, what Pokemon would you put on your team nowadays from Gen 1?
Ooh. From Generation 4, Rhydon became a very lovely Pokemon that I really love. I unfortunately then evolved him into Rhyperior and regretted it immediately.
Oh my god. I was so excited when I learned he got an evolution. Because that was in Gen 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I didn't play much of Gen 4. And then I learned like, oh yeah, Rhyperior evolves. It's like, what? Rhyperior or Rhyhorn evolves. So
well, of course Rhyhorn evolves.
well, yeah, okay, right on, whatever. Shut up.
There you go.
So I learned and I looked him up and just like, he got a helmet and gained a lot of weight. That's cool, I guess.
Did someone rub a bunch of poop on him? Looks like someone rubbed a bunch of poop on him and then put some plates on him.
Well, how else were they gonna stick the plates on him? But yeah, that was a little disappointing. I still want to use him. Maybe I'll grow to like him because there have been lots of Pokemon that I was like, oh, that's stupid, and then I actually liked.
No, just keep him Rhydon. Just keep him Rhydon. Rhydon's good enough.
Yeah.
Other Pokemon I really enjoy are Nidoking. He's a great poison type. Weezing.
Wheezing. There's an interesting Pokemon.
As I said, I really like the poison types. I think they're neato.
Weezing is one
They're
of those
just
Pokemon
swell.
that you kind of forget about from first gen, like Tangela and like Lickitung. Like when you see them, you're like, oh yeah, that Pokemon. Like yeah, of course. How could I ever forget? But like, you would never think of them if you weren't shown them.
Um, no, that's not true.
Hold on. We got an evolution happening.
Ooh, who's
Gar-
evolving?
Garlic
Is it
Jr.
Scott?
No, Garlic Jr. is evolving into just Garlic, I guess.
Well, dude, Garlic Jr. didn't change his name when he like got all muscly.
I never actually watched that series. I just know that everyone hates it,
Well, it's just filler.
and everyone hates filler. God.
To completely derail this tangent, apparently the first filler for Bleach is actually pretty good. So
I never watched Bleach. I don't watch too much anime. I feel like I should.
I don't watch too much anime either. I'm more of a manga person
Hmm.
because I have problems and manga can I use those problems and anime I can't use my problems and so it just doesn't work for me.
What?
Anyways, back to Pokemon.
Yeah.
The Pokemon manga is actually
I actually
really
meant
good.
I
A
meant
lot better than the anime.
I saw it at a store and I'm thinking of picking it up eventually.
Or you could illegally read it online.
I'm thinking of picking up eventually. But you were mentioning, so you stopped off at Wheezing. Any others?
Yes. Probably still Alakazam, because, you know, Alakazam.
He's cool. I mean, he got a Mega Evolution now, so like, why not?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna Mega Evolve him. That's stupid. But, who else? Who else is cool? Who is deserving to be on my elite team?
Jigglypuff,
No.
Magikarp.
Fuck off, Scott. Why didn't you name, like, Magikarp like Magic Mike?
No, because the rival is that would have been funny actually.
I know, right?
Mainly because you weren't here to tell me this, but also because Mike is the rival.
Oh.
Morbid Murph is our rival right now.
Well, we gotta kick his ass.
Well, clearly we have every time, except for our first battle with him, we lost.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, I was talking and I wasn't paying attention.
This is why we don't have nice things.
Also, I'm pretty sure, if memory serves, he got like 8 billion crits on me.
Also, I'm pretty sure he chose the type that was, like, strong against me, so he's an asshole.
I just have the worst luck every time I play Pokemon. The rival always picks the type that's strong against me.
No matter what you pick, it's so annoying.
Anyways, Wheezing.
We left off on Alakazam, actually.
Alakazam, sorry. It's like I'm not paying attention or something.
Yeah, no other Pokemon really stands out to me that I need to choose. Except for there's this one other Pokemon that's always in my parties because I love him so much. And so he's, like, literally in all my parties. Just because I can never think of a sixth. Metagross, definitely.
Metagross?
Metagross.
Metagross is pretty cool. It's a shame he's a pseudo legendary, right?
Yeah, ish. He's not Salamence, so that's the hang up.
Oh,
Salamence is like the best pseudo legendary.
is it?
Last time I checked, which was a
No.
long time ago. So
I think Dragonite is actually one of the best ones right now.
what a bitch.
He's just so cool. He's so dopey. Everyone loves him. Unless you can think of other topics, I was thinking we can either move on to either a Pokemon trivia round or any memories, any
What was the first one? I didn't actually hear it.
trivia round, Pokemon trivia.
Oh. Well, would you want to discuss, like, what made Pokemon so popular?
Sure. I mean, do you want to start?
I think that Pokemon was the right idea at the right time.
Yeah.
And like what exactly the right idea was making a game about collecting things, and made the collecting very important, very fun, and being able to show off your collection in a meaningful way, i.e. battle with it.
Yeah.
Because kids love collecting shit. Just look at like cards and stamps and
Not just collecting, but trading
phones.
them.
Oh, and like there's that whole social aspect that's fine and dandy, and I'm
Not part of it.
antisocial, so I don't care. But and so they had like this great concept of catching things, and they realized that was the selling point. And so, in a brilliant marketing thing, all their marketing was about trading and collecting these different things, which are the Pokemon. And they even made the slogan of the entire franchise, "Gotta catch 'em all."
Yeah.
Really reinforcing the fun aspect of Pokemon.
Not only that, they split it into the two different versions so that like you had to trade with your friends if you wanted to complete the Pokedex, if you wanted to catch them all. So yeah.
Which is like a really smart idea, because like it doubles sales, and it also will, well, it might not just double sales.
It increases them slightly, yeah.
It does that, let's say, and it does bring the social aspect, which it means if a person buys it, they'll go to their friends and be like, you have to buy this other one to help me, guys or girls. I'm not I forget the word.
Yes.
Discriminating. Is that it? Sure, let's go with that.
Sure. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, not only that, it was just this huge like marketing push. Like, it got big in Japan. It was big in Japan.
Was it? I don't know about that.
So they brought it over here, and like they just went full force on it. Like there was the game, there was the TV show, there was Pokemon cards. They just like went, this is a new thing now. Deal with it. And they were right. Like, yeah, just like you said, kids loved it, and they wanted to catch them all. And I think the real reason why it stayed a thing is because the games are actually, they're good games. Like they're good RPGs. So not only was it just like the cultural phenomenon, but they're actually like deeply involved strategy games.
It had substance behind it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you're I think you're onto something there.
I feel you say that a lot to me.
Well, I'm not actually listening to what you're saying, so it's easier to just agree with you.
Exactly. That then we don't get into huge arguments, which I'm pretty sure the last few arguments have never appeared on the internet because the podcasts have just vanished.
Oh God, don't remind me. Yes, audience, we've had quite a few problems with the recording sessions recently, and I'm totally not bitter or angry about it. Anyways, yeah, I think we can. Did you have anything else you wanted to discuss?
Probably, but yeah.
You also turned into a robot.
Do I?
Yeah. You. Oh wait, hold on. I think you're fine now.
I thought I was taking pills for that. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I think we can start wrapping up with. Do you have any memories you want to share of Pokemon? Does it have any special meaning to you, or was it just another game?
Well, Pokemon as a franchise has influenced me a great deal. And it's probably going to continue influencing me a great deal forever and onwards. And the franchise has just always been with me, and I've always been with it to some extent. Maybe not like following the heartbeat of it, but
yeah,
at least keeping an eye on it. And the thing about Pokemon that like really sums up like how good it is, which I'm sure people don't need me to tell them how good Pokemon is. They already know for themselves. But the thing that like really stands out to me is that I hate despise RPGs. I cannot play a goddamn RPG. They are painful to me. I get no enjoyment out of them. But I can play Pokemon. And that speaks to the volume of how much Pokemon means to me.
I definitely feel like you're not alone. There's many people who just don't play or enjoy RPGs that will play Pokemon for whatever reason, even though it is an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So, do you want to move on to the super exciting Pokemon trivia game?
Yeah, I was actually buying time and
Looking stuff up.
trying. Yeah,
Thank God, because I have a Pokemon game to play and I can't look that shit up.
I know, right?
So I'll tell you the one question. I'll ask you the one question I managed to think up.
Go.
What is the crocodile? Name the two crocodile Pokemon.
Like when it gives like their Pokedex entry, it's a crocodile Pokemon.
The ones that look like crocodiles.
Oh. The families or just the two crocodile ones?
We'll just shorten it to just the family. Like you don't have to say the whole. Just one of the family.
Are we gonna be assholes and say alligators aren't crocodiles?
Is there an alligator Pokemon?
I don't know. I'm thinking of the 5th gen one.
We'll say it.
Or was it 4th gen?
I'm thinking of two. There might be more, and I might be just wrong.
Oh, I'm bad with new Pokemon names. Just remember them as the crocodile.
Yes, you're right. And what was the other one?
I remember crocodile because it's like he's a mobster crocodile, so he's a crook.
More or less,
Crocodile.
yeah. You're not wrong.
I can't remember the other one. I don't have a clever thing to think of. I'm bad with names. I'm just bad with names in general.
It's
so.
it's Totodile, man.
Oh, Totodile. Right.
That thing. Gross.
I thought
Hello?
I thought I was trying to I wasn't even thinking of that. When you said two and it's like you could just say the family, I thought you meant that the two were in the family, so I was thinking of the crocodile family.
Yeah. Exciting. Okay, questions for me.
So I never even thought. Name the one type that there's never been a gym of.
Oh God. No, there's been a poison, psychic. There has been ghost. Has there been a dark type gym?
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Yes. Or no. You're correct. Dark. Dark.
Yay! Awesome. Really, that is surprising. It's such a cool type.
Because it's always the Elite Four, remember?
Oh. Hmm. Because that's such a badass type.
What is the most common gym?
The most common gym in the series?
Yeah.
Well, duh. That was a stupid question. I want to say electric.
You are correct.
Damn, on a roll. Oh God, why am I using this Pokemon?
Yep. And I forget the rest.
Awesome. Should we
Yeah.
call it?
If you really want to. Like, I mean, I'm having a good time.
How about this? Because this episode's already gone super, super long. If you want, we'll do another one of these.
Let us know if you want to
Yes,
hear
exactly,
me ramble
audience.
back.
The totally existing audience, please tell us, do you want to have Taylor on the show again? We can make this a kind of semi-frequent thing where he comes on and we just babble about stuff.
If you really don't think Jacob can handle it.
I can't do this alone. I'm on episode 6 and I'm still in the cave. So I might need some help. I'm also getting beaten by a Zubat. Still. I haven't moved on from that first encounter. It's just been that one Zubat.
Apparently Takara told me makes Pokemon figures.
Oh, are those the same? Is that the same company that made those sweet Nintendo figures you have?
No, that was Figma.
Oh.
But Takara, like owns my childhood. It's so strange.
That is strange.
I keep finding out that
I
Takara keeps making.
I didn't know you were born into slavery. I'm sorry.
I know, right? Essentially, the only thing they didn't make was Yu-Gi-Oh from my childhood. Jesus. So they have like a finger in Pokemon. They made Beyblades.
Oh damn.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, I'm very big into the Transformers franchise, and they're a big part of the Transformers franchise.
Yes. If you ever look at Taylor's symbol on the podcast, it is his hand reaching out of a pile of Transformers.
That's just how it looks.
That's how he is. Like that's not a picture. Sorry, that's his camera footage. He's just buried in Transformers.
It's painful, really.
I'd imagine. But yes, guys, if you have anything you want to add, I think I've asked this before, but if you just want to say again, what's your favorite Pokemon from first gen? Any memories you have of it? If you want to have Taylor back on the show, please tell us. And yeah, just leave them in the comments below. Taylor, anything you want to add?
Pokemon's great.
Pokemon is great.
I like Pokemon. I'll continue to like Pokemon. Yeah. Metagross is the best.
Okay, bye!